Okay, so and 19.6, yeah, so where the line is here. So I'm going to put Blackpool Tower. You've got an image of that anyway, of its size, and it's scaled properly compared to Old Man of Coniston. And anyway, so I'm going to pop that there. So you can see it's definitely 19.6, and I'm going to run the camera up here, so I've got an eye line in a minute. Anyway, so I'm going to extend this out and we'll carry on. Okay, and as you can see, I've put it at 81.5. Yeah. So flip over here so you can see that and read it properly. 81.5. And there you go, 19.6. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to keep the video rolling, as you can see, and we're going to see what they look like in relation to each other. So I'm going to get down pretty much as low as I can. So there we go. Can you see that? And what you can see for sure is that the Old Man is bigger than Blackpool Tower. Right, now that's scaled to size over an incredibly flat piece of wood. Incredibly flat. And the distances are correct, the heights have been scaled correctly. And these have been scaled correctly. So what I'm going to do, just so that you know that there's no skullduggery going on, I'm going to show you the measurements again of those next to this ruler without cutting the tape. Right, so we know that, let's take this ruler up. Right, so there's the tape measure. Let me pop it like so that you can see it. And let's turn it up sideways so you can see like so. There you go. So Old Man of Coniston is 802 meters. So what we're going to do, you can see, and right on the 802. Okay, so that's Old Man of Coniston scaled. Now Blackpool Tower, 166 meters elevation. We are using the inches, as you can see. Absolutely spot on. Both together, so you can see. Boom. All in one video. How easy was that? I actually just thought of one other thing. So that's going to be the observer height. Now, see, I was going right off the edge there. So that would have taken it down to 0, and then I was lifting it up and nobody could define where the 12 meters would be. So I've been using inches for the height of the towers and the distances, but in order to get 12 meters elevation, I decided to convert it back into millimeters, and 26 millimeters in an inch. And if you divide that into a percentage and you're looking to get an elevation of 12 meters, bearing in mind that 1 inch is equivalent to 100 meters, it worked out around about 3 millimeters. So this is essentially 3 millimeter blockage. Right, got different measurements, different ones of these. So I picked the one that covered up 3 mils. So I'm going to place that at the end now. So that's going to be the observer height now. So now we're getting somewhere. Now we have the observer height. Now we have the height of the tower. Now we have Old Man of Coniston. And just to quickly show you the hold on. Just to show you that the distances haven't changed at all. There we go. And then we'll just extend it out to Old Man of Coniston again. There you go. So yeah, exactly the same. Right, we're going to see what happens this time. Just bring that to the edge. There we go. So there's the edge. So now everything we see directly above that will be proportional. So I'm trying to keep it as level as possible. There we go. Now what I'm going to do here, just for shits and giggles, is I'm going to tilt the camera up and still do it. And you see the changes haven't made any difference. And I'm going to angle the camera down and go down. As you can see, that doesn't create any parallax between the two, especially at these distances. So there we go. 3 millimeter obstruction here, equivalent to 12 meters elevation, and there we have the relative heights of each. And I don't think there can be any arguing now over this. Right, so that's about it. Unless you want to see the heights of these again, in case you're wondering whether or not I've fudged these again. So I better measure these all on the same video so that there can be no ambiguity between the results. Right. Oop. There we go. Same object. And there we go. Same object. Boom. Happy days. And just one last thing before we go, and this is on the idea of perspective and trigonometry. What we have here is a perspective view, right? Looking down, a big object in the distance, looking reasonably same size as the object in the foreground, although it is substantially bigger, as you've seen. So this is definitely perspective. Things get smaller with distance, we know that. But the relative height, obviously, of the two is different to the image, the Blackpool image. And I'm going to show you how you can show the same thing using trigonometry. Because they're saying that trigonometry isn't a perspective view, or that you can't use trigonometry for perspective. Well, yes you can, because all you're going to do is remove yourself from the position down there looking down the object, and you're going to replace it by putting yourself down here. Now, I don't know if I got all this in the video, whether I can see all of this. I would assume I can. So you're going to have a flat board, flat plane, and you're going to have the two objects as viewed from the side. So it's really that simple. You know, this is a trigonometry view right now. That's how you would view trigonometry. And when I go down the ladder and show it you that way, I'm showing you perspective. So it's the same thing. And you absolutely can demonstrate the same thing by using trigonometry. There we go. And one last thing, here is the target, let's say. This is going to be the target. I'm going to place it on the wall over here. And what we're going to do, we're just going to see if this board is actually straight. Because I don't want people saying that the board isn't straight or anything like that. So let's climb down the ladder. There it is on the back wall. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect.